Mandy.
Hi, ladies.
So how does it feel to be standing behind the microphone, singing like you did when you were a little girl? Did it feel the same?
I missed it so much. It's like a huge puzzle piece of who I am that's been like, I don't know, dormant for a decade or longer. And to now feel like this fully realized creative person, because that part of my life has been activated again, is just, it's the best feeling.
To watch that reel and see you at 15, which, by the way, is the song you'll be singing for us.
Yeah.
I listened to it this morning. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
And, you know, it's funny because you say you were kind of embarrassed about that music for a while, and you've just now reconciled, like, that's me.
Yeah, I think I've sort of come full circle on who I was at that age and the creative choices that I made, because I didn't have a ton of creative control. So I think that allowed me to feel a little embarrassed and separate from it. But I recognize that 15-year-old, she's in me still. I carry her around. She's the reason I'm talking to you guys today. And so to disparage that time and that music is not fair. I made it out of like a very tricky time, pretty unscathed as a human being. So I you know, got to commend myself, I guess, my younger version of myself for that.
And I also think great music comes from going through life's hardships.
Oh, yeah.
You went through a difficult divorce.
I did.
You went through all these things. How did that play into the creative person who you are now?
I think it prevented me from making music for a really long time. I was really unsure of myself and who I was as a musician, as a singer, and what I brought to the table. So once I sort of kind of did the work.
Why were you unsure about your ability?
You know, I think I was in an unhealthy relationship that definitely mirrored that kind of like forced me to question who I was as a musician. But I think once I sort of alleviated that unhealthy situation from my life and did the work and dropped the bags and recognized, like, I am so passionate about music and singing, like, I have to find a way back to it.
You wrote really bravely in the New York Times about this, and I think it, you know, the balance of finding a spouse or a partner that brings us up, that so that you can balance a career, ambition, and also family is not only in Hollywood. That's something that a lot of people
across the board.
How, and you've done that.
I have, yeah. I did it well the second go around. It feels so incredible to be on this journey and to have Taylor by my side, and for someone to be so sure of who they are and what they bring to the table as a human being and as a musician. Like, I've never experienced something like that before. It's the most beautiful thing. And then to be able to share this music and write this record together and be touring it. Like, I look over to my left all the time, and there's my husband with his eyes closed, like playing a guitar solo.
It's cool.
I mean, that's magical.
It's so magical.
Oh, and real quick about This Is Us.
Yeah,
Oh
please.
my God. We were just talking about how you so seamlessly go from like being a whatever it was, a young person to an older person and back
How
and
do you
forth.
do that?
How?
So much fun.
Is it?
I feel like we're 72 episodes in. We just finished our 4th season, filming our 4th season. It's about to finish airing. But I know that when I go through 3.5 hours of you know, present day age makeup, and I'm working with Sterling and Chrissy and Justin, like, it's a completely different like set of shoes to slip into. It just feels so comfortable and familiar at this point. But it's fun.
That show has been such a gift to so many
really
people.
has.
It's been a gift to all of us too. It's changed our lives.
Well, we love you, Mandy. We can't wait to hear you sing. This Is Us, by the way, airs Tuesday nights right here on NBC.
Okay,